back to Dueling Park News. My name is Chase, and I am back here today at Universal Orlando Resort. Now, it is a wonderful day here in Orlando, Florida. It is a beautiful day. We've got great weather, and we've got a lot of construction going on behind me. And you guys voted and said that I should come back here and get more Hollywood drift. So here I am getting more Hollywood drift. From CityWalk, we can see that our big main areas, pretty much the whole entire landscape of this construction, are currently being constructed. So we have our CityWalk portion over here, has a lot of work going on. I did see some work back there heading towards the kind of the in-between the stage and the sound stages, as well as our crane being moved around at the very end where the New York facade is. Up to Hard Rock I go, and if you can't tell, both Hall & Oates and construction are very loud, so it's going to be an interesting one. At least we know with the construction sounds, there's got to be something going on behind this fence. So over here at the front of the construction inside CityWalk, we see that our footers over there closer to the globe have all been covered, and they're actually working on covering them up now, as well as a potential new footer being dug over here. So I'm going to spy just a little bit. That's a pretty deep hole you're digging down there, guys. What's going to go right there? Some of these pipes going to go in there? It'd be crazy if we get to see that happen today. Also, we have a bunch of new supplies over here beside the Hard Rock, as well as, if I peep up just a little bit, you will see what looks like supports are coming out over there on the footers. I'm gonna have to get a little bit closer view and an angle for that, as well as our power station receiving additional work. So coming a little bit closer and zooming into the footers over there, what do you guys think that is sticking out of the ground? Those silver pipes? What are those for? Those are around the footers, or they're at least in the same hole as the footers are. Check out all the scaffolding going around our power station. It looks like they are building a little bit of a cinder block fortress around it as well. So that'll be interesting to see what happens when that's finished, because we at least know that that building will be up that high in the air and the track going around it. Oh, you know what? Back here in front of the Blue Man Group, we've got some of these pipes sticking out over here beside the footers as well. Maybe this is some conduits. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, check it out. There's someone actually in the power station working right now. You know what? It looks like they're actually digging out the area over there. So you see those workers in the orange vest? Behind them is another trench that looks like would house a footer. I mean, I don't believe that was there before, but I can't really recall, because remember from the last video, this was all like watery dirt and mud. But we do got some more blue piping over here. We've got them covering some of the footers right now as we speak. Our switch track in the back still looks good. I can't tell much progress from this angle, other than most of the soil or dirt is all flattened over there now, but it still looks like a trench is dug in between each one of those, kind of like scaffolding almost, with all the construction covering it. But if you look over there to where that deconstructed Rip Ride Rocket wall is, we do have a bunch of movement going on back there. Well, here is one last look of the construction taking place over here in CityWalk beside the Hard Rock. We've got supplies, we've got power station work, we are constantly getting new footers, and footers are being covered, as well as our construction crews just, well, they're kind of all over the place. They are, I don't know if they call them zones in their construction language, but they are almost in all different zones for different aspects of this project. So looks good. We shall go ahead and head into Universal Studios Florida. There is one new update since the last video over there towards the entrance where we go get our back side of construction, or the front side, depending on how you gauge the entrance for this attraction. But there has been an update over there. Wow, CityWalk is looking gorgeous today in this weather. You'll see some of the trees have been trimmed. That's because of the freeze we had probably about 4 weeks ago, that random winter freeze that came down the East Coast and hit us over here in Orlando. Well, they killed off a lot of the tropical foliage and plants, where they had to basically either remove them or cut them back. Some of the places like Jurassic Park and even Animal Kingdom at Disney got hit hard with all their tropical foliage. As far as the Universal Studios entrance repaint, it still looks like the paint has stopped midway. over there where guest services are or is located. Maybe they're just going through and going underneath and touching it all up. But as of now, they still haven't crossed over that little middle tower that says Universal Studios. Now, last time we were here, I was standing over there looking at the New York construction, and I saw a small structure that had appeared. It has grown significantly since then, so we're going to head back over there and check that out too. You know, this area over here beside the stage, you know, in between the backside of Minion Mayhem and our stage right here, this used to be the former entrance to Rip Ride Rockit. I wonder what will become of this area once Hollywood Drift is done, because I don't think this is going to be entrance. The entrance will be in New York, so maybe they'll push this wall back and maybe move one of these little snack bars or kiosk over here, or maybe build a new bar. That would be cool. Not much to see over there. They've kind of got that corner walled off a little bit good. You know, if we get close enough, you can kind of see one of the footers behind the black scrim, but otherwise we'll just go ahead and make our way to the backside of New York so I can show you basically the two new updates. Well, here is the big update number one. We have a new construction wall for Hollywood Drift, which showcases the 4 cars that are on the current train at Universal Studios Hollywood's Hollywood Drift. So this basically confirms that we will be getting the same train, which, you know, lo and behold, that wasn't too much of a surprise. You know, kind of makes sense. Probably the cheapest way to get these trains going for these coasters, being that they're basically sister coasters. So if the car lineup stays the same for our train that Hollywood has, we'll have Dom's Charger from the first movie, The Fast and the Furious. We will have Han's RX-7 from Tokyo Drift, the third movie. We'll have Brian's GTR, Fast and Furious, the fourth movie. And then we'll have Brian's Supra, which is The Fast and the Furious, again, the first movie. Okay, wow, a lot has changed back here now. We've got some work going on in front of the speculated entrance, as well as the maintenance bay receiving even more siding, and honestly some construction going on underneath there. Kind of looks like a elevator shaft is being built over there too. Our small structure, which I speculated might be a small elevator, has risen up even more. And check it out, the firehouse station is showing like holes in it. I shouldn't say holes, but like they've unblocked a lot of the facade so you can see through it now. If we zoom in, we can see a similar structure to our smaller structure being built behind the firehouse station. What could this be, guys? I guess it's not going to be an elevator shaft unless it is. However, I'm getting second thoughts now. Maybe this will be part of the building and facade. This is such an interesting look into the facade for the firehouse station. Again, we've got our construction workers just chilling up there on the scaffolding with our new concrete structures arisen. Actually, if you look in front of that guy where he's walking at, there's like a trench dug out with conduit sticking up. Is that conduit or piping? It's kind of hard to see from this angle. However, there's like a little platform right here in front of this light and in front of our entrance, so like in between those two. Very curious to see what that is. Actually, in the middle of all this, we have metal beams sitting there ready to be put up. I'm curious to see if those will go up to our speculated maintenance bay, or if they will be used for another structure over here with these 2 concrete cinder block structures. Got a lot of movement going on back here. Here is one last look at all of this beautiful construction taking place back here at the speculated entrance. Alright, I'm going to head back out to the Hard Rock Cafe and get one last look at all the construction taking place beside it, as well as just basically in the video there. Well, it must be lunchtime because most of the crews have cleared out of the construction zones, except for a few remaining. Looks like they're just finishing up some digging, but check it out. Here is a look again at the new, almost a squared hole. Could that be for a foundation? Could it be a footer? Who knows? Guess we'll have to keep an eye on it. But as far as Hollywood Drift construction goes, that's going to wrap things up for me today here at Universal Orlando Resort. We got to see a bunch of construction take place earlier, especially around the power station, and then heading into Universal Studios Florida, we got to see some major construction updates to the speculated entrance area. But hey, if I missed anything in the background, holler at me in the comments. Let me know. I will come back out here and take a look at it. And let me know what you guys think that square hole is for. I assume it's going to be some foundation or footer, maybe some more conduit, but it's a perfectly good square hole. But like always, thank you for watching, thank you for following along, and I will see you in the next update video.